Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your OLA Halo Bubbler Diamond Dab of the Day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, when you enjoy today's video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to everybody's comment. Let's get started with today's interesting topic. You've all heard me talk about relationships during the holidays, how to reduce our stress during the holidays, how to deal with holiday blues, things like that. But you know what? There's a saying, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. You're born into a family. But how do we choose who to spend time with in life? Think about it. I think that's critically important because time is the one thing you can't get more of in life. So let's discuss how to choose who to spend time with. Let's get started. You know what to do, by the way, when you enjoy it. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I will reply to all the comments. So, unfortunately, people pass away. And in order to find out where the best place to spend your time is while you're living, listen to what people say at the end of their life, the regrets they have, for example. A lot of times, they wish they had more time for their friends. They wish they had more time for the people in their lives they cared about. They wish they had more time for their family. They wish they saw more of their family. So what we have to think about is how you should choose your time and energy differently if you were given a second chance. You're not going to be given a second chance. We learn from others' mistakes. So let's discuss. It's all about different relationships and different types of relationships we have. So what future do we have so we won't worry and we won't have regrets later on? Let's find the best way to choose wisely how to spend time and who to spend it with. Well, first of all, you've got to kind of identify a sense of prioritization when it comes to relationships with people, the ones to focus on, and the ones to put on the back burner. So we have to kind of put them in buckets, if you will. 4 different buckets, okay? Because relationships, the analogy is they're just like gardening. You reap what you sow. The good gardener needs to make sure the soil's healthy, conditions are right for the plants to grow, get nurtured, etc. So in order for this concept to work, we have to think about buckets, let's call them. Bucket 1 might be your closest and dearest friends. These are the most meaningful and enriching relationships that we have in our life, however we define that. Together, those people form the core of our social circle. These are the people we can expect to lean on in hard times, and hopefully we'll do the same for them in return. These relationships, like evergreen trees, maintain their foliage and cover throughout the year and can reduce chilling winds in the winter and provide shade in the summer. So these relationships are deep and lasting, defensible and weatherproof. This is the bucket that you invest most of your time in. The next bucket would be called a grow bucket. And that bucket is relationships that are underdeveloped, both existing and new ones. And each relationship in this has a give and take ratio. And it should be somewhat equally balanced. But there's an imbalance all the time in life. So one party definitely will be giving more and the other party will be receiving it. But guess what? We're the party that has to step up. That's right. We're the party that has to find a way to make a deeper relationship with these people. Maybe we've neglected them. Maybe we'd like to repair and restore a relationship with a particular person. By hanging into the dead weight or relationships that are underserved, we do ourselves and the other person a disservice. There's another bucket where you need to seed and plant new relationships. These are the people who you think you have potential to blossom into something meaningful. Maybe it's just someone you had a glance with or a quick conversation with at a party or a colleague at a new job. You can get the biggest payoff here from people because you're in exploration mode, let's call it. The chances of surprises are built in. So Think about it. Some of your closest friends, some of the people that are your confidants in life, where did they come from? They might have popped out of nowhere. So spending time in this bucket might not always be comfortable, but will be hugely rewarding. There's a fourth bucket, a very important bucket. It's where you give yourself permission to let go of relationships, the pruning of the tree. You free yourself from the negative ones that have been pulling you back. And by frequently looking and removing negative and stale relationships, we keep our social circle fresh and vibrant, and we even are able to create new opportunities for us socially by redirecting time and energy to the first three buckets that deserve it. But why do you prune? Why do you choose which relationships to cut out, etc.? Why? Well, you got to identify them. You got to have a criteria that you're going to use to determine whether or not you're going to keep or cut. Are people flaky? Are they unresponsive? Do they not put any effort into a relationship? Are they toxic? Are they negative? Do they drain whoever they're around? Maybe people are always complaining or always hating something. Transactional and manipulative. It depends how you define all these things. But clearly, people with a lack of space, energy, or even desire don't ever want to meet up, always frowning. These are the kind of people that you might clip off the relationship. And you know what? It's an excellent time to look at life in buckets, let's call them, because some of us are better at building long-term relationships and keeping in touch with meaningful relationships. The rest of us might not be that good at meeting people. But whatever your strengths or weaknesses in this area are, you probably have a good sense of what they are. So clearly what has to happen is for us to be able to have a more sustainable balance, let's call it. We want consistency in life. That's right. Consistency when we connect with others, an attitude, a habit, a promise, if you will. After all, regrets are just nothing more than an accumulation of missed opportunities. So for us, let's choose well to live well here. That's right. From the comfort of your armchair, you can do this. Reality strikes hard, but it strikes a good balance between new relationships and familiar ones. It's all about exploring your tranquility, your happiness, and your consistency. This has been The Real Senior Stoner, and we've been talking about how you choose who you want to spend more time with in life. There are people raising their hands all over saying, come on over, spend some time with me, come on. Well, guess what? It's not always what you want to do. A lot of times, you're pulled in 15 different directions. So you have to make that decision. It's not an easy one sometimes to say no to people, but you have to. And the other people that we talked about, that's where you put your investment in. That's where you put your time in. Because those people are going to give you something back. Remember, everybody, being friends, being family, it's a two-way street. It runs two ways. It's a give and a receive. You don't have to be giving all the time with absolutely no expectation of receiving. Here we go. With our OLA Halo. Here we go. You hear that familiar hum as the cotton balls begin to rise inside the OLA, the Heybar OLA. Self-filling bubbler. I absolutely love it. Thanks for being here, everybody. Talking about who to spend your time with in life and how do you make those decisions. Have a great one. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends. Send a like. Oh, by the way, send a comment and I'll reply. Have a great day, everybody. It looks like the dab is overflowing. Cheers, and have a wonderful day, everybody. And thanks for joining The Real Senior Stoner.